Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and in today's workout, we're going to do a reformer workout, Pilates for a stronger back. So the exercise I'm choosing are to specifically target the back extensors and strengthen the entire posterior side of the body. I am working on a balanced body piece of equipment here, and so I will let you know the recommended spring settings if you're working on a different model at home. And for those that are new, feel free to check out all the equipment workouts I do have on the channel. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button, hit a thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm happy to hear what you have to say. Any recommendations on types of workouts you want to see, would love to know. So if you're ready to get started, let's go ahead and begin. And begin with our footwork. So I have on 3.5 springs, which is 2 reds, a green, and a yellow spring. Go ahead and lie down on your back and settle in. We're going to begin with our heels on the foot bar in a parallel position, toes looking up at the ceiling. Arms are reaching down beside you. Exhale to push out to 2 straight legs. Beautiful. Think of your feet connected to a board here to avoid them rocking back and forth. And focus on allowing your spine to maintain all of the natural curves and your hips grounded and in a neutral position. Arms are long beside you with the fingertips reaching, shoulders are down, relaxing through your facial muscles. Come in halfway for tiny pulses here, anywhere from 5 to 10. And on that last one, press out to straight legs once again and slowly return home. Let's bring your heels together, toes apart in a V position, and exhale to squeeze those inner thighs together. Think of those inner thighs lifting up towards the ceiling as you push to straight legs, and just really resisting those springs on your return home. Exhale pushes you out, inhale returns you home. Perfect. Think of the back of your neck getting longer, and those ribs connecting together as you pull that belly button in towards your spine. Let's bring it halfway, adding those pulses. Again, anywhere from 5 to 10, small little repetitions. And on that last one, exhale, push out. Perfect. Heels are gonna go out nice and wide, and let's bring those knees together here. Exhale, pressing out, and inhale to return. Beautiful. Pushing out as far as you can go to straight legs. It may not be completely all the way, and that's okay. But again, avoid the feet rocking back and forth. Again, think of your feet connected to a board here. Exhale, push out, inhale to return. Those inner thighs should feel the heat and pull it in halfway for pulses. And on that last one, stretch it out completely. We're going to go ahead and come down to our toes, staying parallel. Heels are nice and lifted, and then drop those heels and then return back in. So a single leg, or I should say a single calf raise variation here. Inhale to bend, exhale, push out, heels drop, they lift, bend those knees. Perfect. Keeping all of your toes connected to the foot bar, making sure that you are articulating through your ankle, exercising the entire foot. Exhale, push out, heels drop, they lift. Beautiful job. Scooping that belly down and in. Let's go ahead, keep those toes on, heels together. Changing it up to our next variation, stretching out. Again, really focusing in on those inner thighs. Squeeze through those inner thighs, pulling up from the pelvic floor and really deepening that connection through your abdominal muscles. Perfect. This helps to create the stability that you need in your hips and maintains the integrity in your neutral spine. We're going to go back to parallel here. We're going to take it into our prances, dropping one heel at a time, coming up to the center and switch. Take it as slow or as fast as you'd like. The goal is to avoid those hips rocking or shifting. Perfect. Breathing at your own comfortable pace here. Let's return back in. And then from here, we're going to come up, We're going to change out that headrest and bring it all the way up to the very top for a sideline series of footwork. So now I'm on a red and a green spring, so it's a comfortable heavy weight for a single leg variation here. Once you're stacked with your shoulders and your hips, go ahead and bring that top leg to the foot bar, pushing through the sole of the foot. You're going to straighten your leg and you're going to bend your knee. That bottom leg is going for the ride, so make sure that knee is pulled up towards your chest and that you are lying comfortably on your side here on the carriage. Think about your knees staying in line with your hip and in line with your ankle. Focus on squeezing through the entire front and back side of the leg here. You should have equal weight distribution in that foot. We're going to come up to our toes, heel is lifted, and really focus on maintaining a nice lifted heel as you push out to a long leg. Exhale presses you out, and inhale returns you. Take inventory of your body here, relaxing through your neck, relaxing the grip if you're holding onto the peg, and really opening wide through your chest. Are you breathing? Let's take it to the last variation. Heel is on, knee is pointed towards the ceiling. Just be super careful that that hip doesn't want to rock back here. So depending on how tight your hip might be, you may not be able to completely, fully, externally rotate there at the hip joint. Exhale to push out, inhale to return. Beautiful job here. And bringing yourself all the way back in. Let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So carefully, either turning to your side or go ahead and sit up, walking it around. We're going to reorganize the body by stacking those shoulders, stacking your hips. And we're going to start in a parallel position with the foot. So pushing to a straight leg, try to keep your heel down. So your range of motion might be different on each side here, depending on how tight your calf is, but doing the best you can to maintain that equal weight distribution through the foot. Take a moment to really focus and glance here if that knee is staying in line with your hip and your ankle. Let's take it to your tippy toe. Heel is nice and lifted. We are strengthening here through the ankles. We're strengthening through the knee and your hip. You're going to feel a lot of this in the front of your thigh, deep in the quad. Beautiful job. Exhale to straight leg. Inhale, resisting as you return home. And anywhere from 6 to 10 repetitions. Our goal is to get to 10. You can obviously add pulses if you want an extra challenge here. Heel is on. We're going to externally rotate here at the hip joints, allowing that knee to look straight up towards the ceiling. Scoop that belly in as you push out to a straight leg and just feel how much more stable your hips can be here. Again, relax your shoulder. Relax the grip. Just try to focus on the breath here. And bring yourself all the way back in. Perfect. So let's come up to a seated position. We're going to drop it down to one red spring here, so a medium weight. Turn to face the back of the reformer. Headrest is down flat with the feet planted on the headrest. We're not going to use any straps right now. We're just going to exercise and warm up our abdominal muscles. So bring those arms out. We're going to nod the chin, tuck that tailbone, scoop that belly. If you can touch the foot bar behind you, great. And then exhale, resist to return up to a seated position. Nod the chin, articulate, scooping the belly, push those feet, plant them and root them into the headrest and return back up. It makes quite the difference. If you really focus on pushing your feet down, you're going to deepen that connection with your abs. Good, nice and slow. Shoulders are down. Let's raise those arms up, lower the arms, restack the spine. Just adding that extra challenge in here. If this feels too hard, stay with the first variation. Exhale, push those feet down, restack to grow taller. Good, scoop that belly. We're gonna go ahead and frame those ears and return. Nice soft breath here, chin drops. Stretch those arms up. Lower them. Exhale, return. On this next one, take a rotation. And resist, create this heaviness as you return back up. So you're opening wide on the inhale. And then use that exhalation to guide you back up. Open wide through the chest, rotate, keep those feet planted, keep those sits bones planted. Exhale to return. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's stretch those legs out. You can cross your ankles if need be, and grab a hold of those handles. We're gonna go right into a chest expansion here. So sitting tall, let's go ahead and just allow those arms just to stretch by our sides, not using momentum, but activating the back side of our muscles. Think of where the armpits are at and really focus on those muscles firing up here. Exhale, press back. Inhale to return. So your arms are like long levers here. You're super stable through the torso. Exhale to push back. Inhale to float it forward. How much taller can you grow? Let's bring it to a reverse hug a tree. So palms are looking at each other, grip those handles. Exhale to open out wide. Again, we're not swinging the arms. So if this is too heavy for you, definitely take it into a lighter spring. But our goal is about control. Our goal is to really activate the back extensors, to feel the entire back side of our spine getting stronger. Perfect. Good, resisting to return home. Exhale, open, and inhale, close it up. Let's choke up on those ropes here to increase the tension without having to change out the springs. And you're gonna pull those elbows in nice and narrow for a row. Exhale, squeeze and pull back. Inhale to resist. Exhale, squeeze and pull back. Inhale to resist. Every time you pull back, think of your spine getting taller. Think of all of the muscles that run up and down the spine just getting stronger, helping to improve your posture here. It might be uncomfortable, especially if the muscles are weak, but just doing the best you can to maintain your form, even if that means less repetitions. Let's take it into a wider position. So instead of the elbows being narrow, let's take it out nice and wide where the elbows are reaching to opposite sides of the room. Good. Looking straight ahead. Relaxing the shoulders. Exhale to pull in. Inhale, bring those arms forward. Gorgeous. You got it. Exhale and inhale. Chest is wide, collarbone is nice and wide. We're going to go ahead and continue to choke up, but cross the straps here in for bow and arrow. So as you rotate, the goal is to still stay nice and tall and lifted. It's going to be really easy for you to want to fall back. So as you rotate, notice how much range of motion you have. Notice as you rotate, if you can rotate more to one side or less to one side. Beautiful job. Use that breath to help. From here, stay crossed with the straps, but hold onto those handles and lock those elbows in next to your ribs. We're just going to go ahead and open up the door for our candlesticks. So elbows are going to be in nice and close And you should feel the back of your shoulder here getting stronger. It's really important to maintain a nice neutral wrist here, so make sure that you glance down, that you're not breaking the wrist. Exhale, open, inhale to close. Perfect. Go ahead and uncross those straps there. As you hang on to those handles, go ahead and roll ourselves back into our cheerleader. Open wide. One arm goes up, one arm goes down. Good. Stay in that nice scooped position to really deepen those ab stabilizers. Exhale, open wide. You got it. Rotate. Again, if this is too heavy for you, you can always go down to a lighter spring. Okay, from here, we are going to go down to a lighter spring. So I'm taking it down to a yellow, which is the lightest spring possible. We're going to go into our T's and L's. So palms are looking down, elbows are up. Go ahead and lift those arms up so that they're framing your ears. Beautiful job. Think of your elbows resting on top of a stable table here as you lift. I like the handles with this because it really helps to have a better functionality of those handles as you're lifting up into your eyes. Good. And lower. Beautiful job. And then go ahead and hang those up. We're going to switch it into our loops here. And we're going to work on increasing range of motion through the shoulder and through the spine. If you do have shoulder issues, you may want to skip out on this exercise, but if you have healthy shoulders, then this is going to be a great exercise to maintain and increase the strength. So you're going to grab the loop. You're sitting to the side here. Grab a hold of that loop in your opposite hand. Take it over your head to open out to a T, and then let your body dance under the strap here as you turn to the back of the reformer. So arms are out to a T. Lift that rope up nice and high to rotate to one wall. Lift it up nice and high to rotate the other way. So if you find yourself ducking, think about lifting higher up. You shouldn't feel like you have to duck under the rope here. And then go ahead and come in. It should feel like you're getting a nice stretch through your pecs, through your chest as well. So really go slow and enjoy that stretch. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of that loop once again. We're going to take it into your opposite hand. So the hand that is furthest away from the loop here. Take those arms out to a T. Rotate, dancing underneath the rope. Lift up nice and high. And you may notice that one side feels maybe a little awkward, maybe a little tighter. So it just gives you that awareness. Beautiful. And anywhere from 3 to 5 of these. Again, this is a challenging exercise. So you do want to be on the lightest spring possible. Perfect. And bringing that all the way back in. Beautiful job. So let's go ahead and we're going to take it to our headrest in a halfway position, a red and a blue spring, or a comfortable spring tension for your feet in the straps, and then carefully lie on your back and place those loops around the arches of your feet. We're going to start with those legs up to 90, and we're going to open out a little wider than hip distance apart to go into our V pull down. So flex your feet. Exhale, pull those heels down towards another as if they were magnets, and then ride that same pattern, that same diagonal back up again. So the legs come together here in the center to 45, then they separate as they go up and go wide. Focus on activating your inner thighs. You're pulling those adductors together, getting super strong as you stabilize through your hips and bring it back up. Good. Exhale, pull straight down. Anywhere from 6 to 10 repetitions is a nice, comfortable way to begin. And take it into your Peter Pan. So you're going to bend one leg in to frog and one leg out to the side. Everything pulls back together to 45. So exhale, push through the center. Bend the right leg. Exhale, press through the center. Bend the left leg. Find the rhythm that works for you. It's very important to notice that your hips are not rocking from left to right here, that they're staying super grounded. So if you're new to this exercise, just take it slow. It's a bit of a coordinated movement. Exhale, press through center. Beautiful job. And hold. We're going to stabilize the carriage into our Russians and take it from one side to the next. So this time, you're still doing that same movement pattern, but now we're eliminating pushing through center, which is going to stabilize the carriage. So minimize the movement of the carriage to get deeper into your inner thighs here. Perfect. Simultaneously moving those legs from one side to the other. Good job. Take those legs straight out, lift up. We're going to go ahead and sweep them around for our hip circles, lubricating the hip joints, creating more fluid, getting a nice deep stretch to the back of those legs. Just enjoying the stretch, enjoying the movement. So if you like wider circles, take it out nice and wide. If you want them to be more narrow, take them more narrow. Reverse when you're ready. Think of your tailbone being super grounded. And think of the energy just reaching out from your feet. Want to create opposition there to increase the stretch as much as you can. And when you're ready, go ahead and take that nice Buddha position where the soles of the feet are together, knees are apart, and just relax and breathe until you're ready to carefully come out of the straps. And just making sure you find one foot at a time to that foot bar and carefully return home. So we'll go ahead and sit ourselves up. This time I'm going to have the weight a little heavier, so we're on 2 reds now. And we're going to go into another exercise here where we're helping to strengthen the back. It's a variation of stomach massage. So finding those hands behind you on the shoulder blocks, and let's go ahead and take those toes onto the foot bar, heels together. As you sit tall, push to straight legs here. We're going to go ahead and bend those knees to return home. Exhale, push out, and inhale, return back in. So arms are long. If this is too much, if you don't have the shoulder flexibility here, you can take your hands down to the carriage, the bed of the carriage, if that feels better. But make sure if you are having your hands on that shoulder block that the fingers are facing forward. Next variation, we're going to reach those arms, really challenging your spine. We're really challenging your posture here. So focus on lifting that chest. Focus on lifting a little bit more out of your hips, seeing how much more challenging that can be, how much more activation you feel through your spine. Beautiful job. Exhale, pushing out, and inhale, return. Let's add rotation. So again, as you maintain your height, push out, open up the arm, rotate to this side, pull it back in. And everything's about focusing on the resistance. So not letting the springs control you, you're in charge of the springs. Beautiful. And then take it to the left and return back in. Let's go out nice and wide on those toes. Grab a hold of that foot bar. Take a nice monkey stretch here as you stretch those hamstrings, stretch out your back. Breathe. When you're ready, go ahead and bring it back in. So let's go down to one red spring here, just a medium weight. We're going to take it into long stretch. So we're going to plank here. If that feels okay for you, have your feet supported by the shoulder blocks. If not, you can come down to your knees. You're going to push out to exhale and then take your inhale to pull that carriage in. So think of yourself planking here, holding that plank, not letting your hips drop down too low, not creating a valley between your shoulder blades. So stay strong. Push those palms into the foot bar a little bit more to feel your entire backside fire up here. Your abs should be pulled in. And if this is giving you any discomfort in your low back, lift your hips up a little higher. Hold for plank. Breathe at a normal pace. Drop those shoulders. Stay long. Push the back of the knees behind you. And then when you're ready, carefully lower down. Good job. All right, we're going to take it to a blue spring. So it is a lighter weight here, a half a spring. Grab your box, place it up against the shoulder blocks. We're going to take the foot bar down and we're going to head into breaststroke. So grabbing the loops, place your thumbs in the loops and go ahead and pull on it to grab a hold of the very front of the box and lie on your stomach. Your arms are in those chicken wings with the palms down. Lift those legs and keep them separated. Exhale, push those arms out straight, circle them around, and then back to your chicken wings. You can add extension if this feels okay to you, or you can just stay neutral. You're gonna feel the work here no matter what. Just be super careful that you're not lifting up too high to aggravate your back. Most importantly, keep those feet separated, squeeze your glutes. Your eyesight is down so you don't break the neck, that you're keeping your neck in line with the rest of your spine here. Gorgeous. Exhale, push it out, circle those arms around, and then bring it back in. Grab the hold of the edge of the box here, come off to the side and slowly return that carriage back to the stopper. And just set those loops back on. Box is gonna come off. And we're gonna end it with a nice eaves lunge, a nice hip flexor stretch and hamstring stretch. So foot bar can go back up. You can keep it on a blue, or if you wanna add more springs, you can add a red there. Let's go ahead and take it where your right foot is up against the opposite shoulder block here. Coming down into a nice low lunge. Into your hamstring stretch. Keep that leg straight, arms are long, shoulders are down. And again, go back into that eaves lunge. The only difference here is that my foot is on the opposite shoulder block. So if you do have tight hips, this is going to be a really amazing stretch for you. Let's go ahead and walk it to the other side. So again, left foot's on the opposite shoulder block. Make sure that your right foot's on the floor and that your right knee is directly over the ankle here. Breathe, just tucking your tailbone under to feel that deep psoas stretch. When you're ready, take it into your hamstring stretch. Drop those shoulders, stay long through the back. One more time, going down deep into that lunge. And then when you're ready, take it into your hamstring stretch, keeping those hips squared. Perfect. Returning that carriage in carefully. And we'll end it with our roll downs. So standing up nice and tall, hip distance apart. Let's go ahead and sweep those arms up to the sky. Forward fold here. fingertips to the floor. Scoop that belly to restack your spine up nice and tall, just checking in with yourself on how you're feeling. One more time there, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Feel free to hit a thumbs up, leave a comment, and check out some of the other equipment workouts here I have on the channel. See you next time.